The KBO Diamond is heating up, and we are diving straight into the action. Starting with the KT Wiz and Kiwoom Heroes showdown, Hyun Jun pulled off a legendary escape act on the mound. He navigated a treacherous bases-loaded crisis in the very first inning, showing absolute ice in his veins to shut down the opposition and keep the game within reach.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The drama in the Kiwoom dugout continues as we look ahead to tomorrow's clash. Manager Seol Jong-jin just confirmed that ace pitcher Ahn Woo-jin is set to take the mound against the KT Wiz on the 18th as scheduled. Despite some minor finger blister concerns, he is cleared to go with a strictly managed pitch count, supported by Bae Dong-hyun in a tactical 1+1 pitching strategy. Shifting gears to the world of high-stakes diplomacy, the South Korean government has officially announced new leadership moves. Seoul has appointed a fresh slate of envoys to the United Kingdom, the Dominican Republic, and Bahrain. These critical diplomatic assignments are set to reshape South Korea's international presence and strengthen key bilateral relations across the globe. Finally, talk about resilience in the face of adversity. Manager Kang-cheol has guided the KT Wiz to a massive 3-game winning streak despite a wave of injuries, thanks in large part to the brilliant form of Hyun Jun-ho. With Jang Sung-woo crushing home runs and the team firing on all cylinders, KT is charging up the standings and looking unstoppable. For more daily updates on these stories and everything else happening in sports and global news, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. Ever wonder what separates a good pitcher from a legendary one? It usually comes down to how they handle the pressure when the bases are absolutely packed. That is exactly the scene we saw at Suwon KT Wiz Park during the 2026 KBO clash between the KT Wiz and the Kiwoom Heroes. Right-hander Hyun Jun found himself in the ultimate hot seat right out of the gate in the first inning. With the bags juiced and the pressure reaching a boiling point, he had absolutely zero room for error. Most pitchers would crumble, but so kept his cool under fire. He faced down Lee Hyung-jong and executed a perfect defensive play, fielding a tricky ground ball to extinguish the threat before it even started. It is that kind of composure that defines a top-tier starter. He didn't just throw the ball, he navigated the chaos with clinical precision. It is a masterclass in mental toughness that every young player should study. If you enjoyed this breakdown of high-stakes baseball, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the KBO. Remember, in baseball and in life, it is rarely about the crisis you face, but everything about how you respond to it. Ever wondered how you manage the return of an absolute pitching powerhouse after nearly 1,000 days away? The Kiwoom Heroes are about to show us exactly how it's done. Ace Ahn Woo-jin is set to take the mound against KT Wiz on the 18th, and despite a brief scare involving finger blisters, manager Seol Jong-jin has officially given him the green light. It's a huge relief for fans, but don't expect a complete game just yet. The team is being incredibly smart here, treating this as a calculated build-up. We're looking at a strict 2-inning limit, capped at around 35 to 40 pitches, because when you have a talent like Ahn, you protect that arm at all costs. But the strategy doesn't stop with him. Kiwoom is rolling out a clever 1+1 setup, handing the ball off to right-hander Bae Dong-hyun to bridge the gap through the 6th inning. It's a tactical masterstroke, pairing Ahn's high-velocity heat with a different look from Bae to keep those KT batters guessing and off balance. Beyond the pitching, the team is making roster adjustments, bringing in Kim Dong-hyun to provide a much-needed offensive spark, while Park Han-jeol recovers from a shoulder issue. It's all about the long game, balancing immediate competitiveness with the health of their stars. Are the Heroes finally finding their winning rhythm with this calculated rotation strategy? Hit that subscribe button and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In baseball, sometimes the most exciting plays are the ones that happen behind the scenes to keep the dream alive. Ever wonder who really keeps the gears of international diplomacy turning behind the scenes? Seoul is currently making some major moves on the global stage, officially appointing a new slate of envoys to the United Kingdom. the Dominican Republic, and Bahrain. These aren't just ceremonial roles. These are strategic chess pieces placed to strengthen ties in regions that are becoming increasingly vital to South Korea's security and economic footprint. As someone who has been tracking the shifting tides of the Foreign Ministry and the Defense Ministry since 2017, I can tell you that these appointments are a direct reflection of South Korea's evolving geopolitical ambitions. We're talking about a delicate balancing act that blends national security with the hard realities of global markets, a bridge between policy and prosperity that is more critical now than ever before. My background covering everything from the chaotic rhythms of the financial sector to the high-stakes world of inter-Korean relations has taught me one thing. Every single appointment is a signal. It's a message to the world about where Seoul's priorities truly lie. So, what do these specific choices tell us about South Korea's future in Europe and the Middle East? I want to hear your take. Drop a comment below and let me know how you think these new envoys will shift the status quo. If you found this breakdown insightful, hit that subscribe button to stay ahead of the curve on the complex geopolitics shaping our world. Because remember, in diplomacy, the most important stories are often the ones happening right under our noses. How do you define a championship-caliber team? Is it the star power, or is it how they handle the fire when things go wrong? KT just gave us a masterclass in resilience. Despite a brutal injury list featuring key names like Ahn Hyun-min, Hyo Kyung-min, and Ryu Hyeon-in, the team isn't just surviving, they're thriving. With a dominant 5-0 shutout against the Kiwoom Heroes, KT has officially climbed back into sole possession of second place. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. The headline story was undoubtedly Hyun Jun-ho on the mound. Remember those early season jitters? Forget them. Hyun looked like a man possessed, tossing 6 scoreless innings with 7 strikeouts and topping out at 148 kilometers per hour. That is the kind of command that makes managers sleep easy at night. But the offense wasn't about to be outdone. Captain Jang Sung-woo blasted his 6th home run of the year, taking sole ownership of the league lead, and ignited a fire that spread through the entire lineup. When all 9 batters record a hit, you know the chemistry is clicking, regardless of who is out of the lineup. Manager Kang-cheol was rightfully beaming post-game, specifically highlighting the return to form of his ace and the sheer focus of his table setters and lower-order producers. It's rare to see a team turn a crisis into such a clinical performance, but that's exactly what KT Wiz has done. They've proven that while names on a roster matter, a unified culture matters more. Now, the question is, can they keep this momentum rolling into their next series? Do you think this current KT squad has what it takes to climb all the way to the top spot? Drop a comment below with your prediction and make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the action. Remember, in baseball, it's not about how you start, but how you finish when the pressure is at its peak.